Welcome to Career Journeys, a series of videos by the Consortium for Public Education. Here we explore the career experiences and pathways of professionals from a wide variety of careers to help you think about the skills you'll need and the paths you might take after high school.
Hi, I'm Gina Barrett with the Consortium for Public Education. Today I'm here with Jeff Verszyla, a meteorologist and entrepreneur. Thank you, Jeff, for being with us today.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Oh, well, thank you. So we want to start off by asking you, can you just tell us what does a meteorologist and also an entrepreneur, what is your day like?
Since I left the world of television, and maybe a lot of people in and around Pittsburgh know me and my name from 20 plus years of broadcast meteorology. Since I left the television scene a little over 18 months ago, I endeavored into the world of more digital media and the digital platforms, a website's development, as well as using social media platforms to reach an audience in what has really become the way to gather information through things like Facebook and Twitter and Instagram. These are all ways that people gather information on the fly when they don't have the opportunity or don't want to take the opportunity to sit down in front of a TV and have appointment television. I like to call it, watching at your leisure whenever you're on the go. So I sort of customized meteorology and the forecasting that I do for Pittsburgh into a form that is consumable to people on their devices, on their laptops, on their computers, whenever they want, through social media platforms and also through a website, which is pittsburghweathernow.com, and that's sort of the home of everything that I do. All those social media platforms come together at pittsburghweathernow.com.
Perfect. So what does a day look like for you?
With regards to my day, I do broadcasts through Facebook Live twice a day, Monday through Friday. I do them at 7:30 a.m. and 3 p.m. As I did in the world of television, I take time to prepare a forecast for that particular day and for an extended period of time. So for, say, a 7:30 a.m. broadcast on Facebook, I get up at 6:30 in the morning. I go through my morning routine, and then I probably reach my office by 6:40, 6:45 to start the process and the preparation of just putting together a forecast. Then once I have that information put together, which I utilize computer like I would if I was still at a television station. Once I put that together, then I have my presentation mode, which is basically a whiteboard and colored markers. Since I don't have the benefit of a green screen and computer generated graphics behind me, the next best thing, it's like everything old is new again. I took opportunity to say, I'm gonna use a whiteboard and I'm gonna use colored markers, and I'm gonna just lay out every day and explain it the best that I can using those very simple tools over the current medium of communication.
Great. What are some of your personal traits that make you good at what you do?
With regards to meteorology, I think the things that make me good are my attention to detail. I try not to overlook any particular aspect of preparation. I think, as the saying goes, the devil's in the details. If you skip something or process every day, you stand to get burned, at least in my field. Even on the nicest day, if I skip a step in my process, I stand to miss something. And maybe it rains at 2:00 in the afternoon just because I was lazy and took a shortcut. So regardless of the day, I never take a shortcut. I'm very detail oriented. I'm very routine. I follow a strict script of how I do things and why I do things. So I think attention to detail is one of the things that makes me very good. And then also my desire to succeed, just on a micro level. It's in what I do, meteorology, it's me against Mother Nature. And when I say that, Mother Nature wins her fair share of the time, but me trying to figure out what Mother Nature is going to do is a challenge, and it's a challenge I accept. And I think I do a good process, or a good job, I should say, in succeeding at figuring Mother Nature out most of the time.
Well, what brought you to this point? What's your career path looked like?
After I graduated from college, and I went to a school called Allegheny College. It's north of Pittsburgh in Crawford County, Meadville. My degree was in broadcast communications and English. And I saw myself working in some capacity in the world of broadcasting. And initially, that path, when you're young and out of college, you take whatever job you can in the closest alignment with what you got your degree for. So I started in radio, and I worked in radio for about 3.5 years. And I actually moved away from Pittsburgh to take a radio job. And in the process of when I was living in Texas, that's where I moved to, I had opportunity to make acquaintance with people that worked at a TV station, and an opportunity presented itself for some freelance work, broadcasting, doing the weather. And since I was young and not making a whole lot of money doing what I'm doing, I took advantage of that opportunity. You know, you open as many doors as you can and see which ones you're going to take. And I did some freelance work, filling in, doing the weather. And eventually they offered me a full-time job doing the weather. And I accepted that position. And as they say, the rest is history. I spent a little over 2 years working in South Texas. And then I felt I wanted to start looking for a new job, a greater challenge, almost a promotion, a bigger market size in TV. And there was an opportunity that was available in Pittsburgh at the time. I never thought that I would actually have a good shot at it because it was a big, what's called a market jump. I was working in market at the time, it was television market 105, and Pittsburgh was market 18 in the country at the time. So that's a really big jump. Usually you have to fall somewhere in the middle. I applied just because, hey, why the heck not? And lo and behold, because I was a Pittsburgh guy, they liked that. And they thought enough of my work at that point to offer me the opportunity. And I got hired to come back home to Pittsburgh.
Great. What should a student know right now, or what would your advice be to a student who's thinking maybe meteorology is a career for me?
I mean, obviously, kids are young enough that they're going to explore different avenues of potential career paths. And if you have a real strong passion for something like meteorology, or even becoming an entrepreneur, because I sort of married those two things, you just got to follow your passion. Don't let anything stand in your way. Don't let somebody telling you no be a deterrent or discourage you from continuing to move forward, because you know, whatever path you need to take, the journey is not going to be easy. It never is. So you got to stay on that path. You got to stay true to what it is that you want to do. And, you know, academically, you just kind of align yourself with things that interest you. If you're interested in weather, you kind of align yourself in things that are science related or environmentally related to kind of build your base moving forward. If that's a career path you want to take, then you have a strong base to build on moving forward.
Great. Was there any final pieces of advice that you would want to give to a high school student?
As I sort of touched on there, just, be true to yourself, walk your path. Don't try and be somebody that you're not. I mean, these are all sort of cliche things, but the older you get, the more you recognize that those truer words were never spoken. Each of us has a path that we need to walk in life. And those paths, again, are not going to be easy. There's going to be bumps in the road, but you have to walk your path. Don't try and model yourself after somebody. Be who you are, do what you want to do, and you'll find yourself in 20 years in a place that you want to be.
Sounds like some great advice to me. So maybe I should end with one final question. Is it going to rain in Pittsburgh tomorrow?
It's Pittsburgh. It pretty much rains every day, doesn't it? I call Pittsburgh the land of eternal cloudiness because a lot of the year it is, not to get off on a meteorological tangent, but Pittsburgh is one of the top 3 cloudiest cities in America. And the last 3 years have been among the rainiest on record. So Me saying it's going to be cloudy with a 30% chance of rain showers, that's a pretty good bet.
Well, thank you again for being with us today and sharing your experiences.
It's really been my pleasure. Thanks for having me, and good luck to each and every student moving forward in their journey into higher education and into life.
For more information or to learn about other careers in the Career Journey series, visit our website and check back soon for our next installment. Thanks!